This is quite an event. It is so cold. I'm shaking right now. I did that thing where you're like, I don't need a sweater. I'm a big boy. And I forgot just how bony I am. Take this off. What's up, Billy? So, hello. How's it going, everyone? Way back. I feel like this is like a concert show, but they're just at a different concert. That's fine. Best seats in the house, back there. 7 feet, in case anyone's feel like I could see the questions rolling around in there. I don't know if you guys saw Marshall. We're actually twins. A brain and then like a little bit extra. I absorbed just a little. There's just a little bit gone from his. Hence, some of Marshall. I love him. Where is he? He's gone. Went back to his van, I think. So yeah, being as tall as I am kind of changes the way you live your life a little bit. I bet you can imagine doorways. I don't know if anyone watched me walk through that one. That one's a little bit extra low for some reason. The things that I am aware of. So sometimes I feel like a mythical creature because whoever built everything just didn't think I existed. I can't shit on planes. Just can't do it. Get them out here and we're done. That's it. Last time I tried, I had to do it with the door open. It's a very intimate experience between me and everyone else on the plane. Just sitting there, like every time someone walks by, I gotta do like the white guy, like, nothing's going on. I've been considering pursuing a life of crime. Wow, there's an echo. I feel very powerful right now. I don't want to say this part super loud. I've been considering pursuing a life of crime, so the cops don't hear. But I'm not sure about it though, because I'm not sure how I'd fare in prison. I'm also not sure how long I'd be able to get away with anything, because you get me in a line and they're like, which one is it? Who robbed you? Is it the fucking giant guy or is it anyone else? It's the fucking giant guy. Like, you remember if I rob you with my bony little hands, give me your money. See, can't picture it. I'm also not sure how I'd fare in prison. I fear that I'd be too collectible as a prison bitch. I'm not worried that I'd be a prison bitch because that's kind of implied. I'm worried that I'd be too collectible for my own good, like the blue eyes white dragon of prison bitches. They'd be like trading me around, making deals, like I'll trade you my big fucking furry one for your two little Mexican ones, I'd be a hot commodity, but not in a way that I would like. I'm also not sure how, my only violent experience has been elbowing people in the eye on accident at concerts. And I don't know how to translate that into like a brawl scenario. This is an appropriate question for this venue. Who here went to public school?
Yeah!
Got a few public schoolers. All right, exciting stuff. Around here? Anyone around here? Kind of this general part of the country? Do you guys remember, this is the part of the show where you guys have to remember some things about public school. Got to tap. They might be repressed, but hey, bring them back out. Do you guys remember those days where they bring in like the speakers for like the assemblies? Okay, so the like Tuesday morning, you'd all come in, you put your backpacks down in the classroom, and then the teacher's like, no, like leave that here. We're going to the gym for 2 to 4 hours, and someone's there, and you never know who it is until you get there. Sometimes it'd be a yo-yo salesman. I don't know if anyone remembers the yo-yo salesman they used to bring to the schools. He would do a few tricks, and then he'd sell you some yo-yos. And then a week later, they ban yo-yos because every kid bought a yo-yo because they wanted to do yo-yo tricks. There was also, my personal favorite, I think, was the Power Team. Anyone remember Power Team? Nobody? Anyone? Power Team? No? Okay, well, I guess this might have been a fever dream, but a bunch of ripped-ass dudes show up and they just rip phone books in half. And then at the end, they're like, your body can't do this on drugs. And it's like a DARE-funded, like, anti-drug program. My thing is like, I think your body can only do that on drugs. Like, maybe not the ones that y'all are afraid of, but like, you know, I might not be able to rip a phone book in half, but I will be able to have children one day. Like, I don't really want to be jumping straight to amphetamines. That seems a little extreme. It seems like the wrong kind of role model to tell kids not to do drugs. How do you get that job? Are you ripped before, or do you have to, like, are you selected? And they're like, you, sir, need to become giant in order to tell kids not to do drugs in an effective way. Or did they just, like, see a fucking large guy at a bus stop and like, oh, fucking get him, give him a flyer. All right. So, what are we talking about now? Let's see. Sorry about that.
Public school, yeah. Woo.
Public school. Everyone likes talking about public school because it's a fun joint experience. Oh, okay. Speaking of experiences that I feel like more than just I have, anyone seen those candles that are supposed to smell like where you're from?
Yeah.
Jason has. He's very excited about it. No? All right. Well, I guess it's like targeted marketing. They're like, you look fucking dumb. You want a candle that smells like outside? And they're $30, like $30 candle. That is a ridiculous price to pay for a candle that smells like outside the window. My thing is, you know, I considered buying one just to like have a nice outdoorsy smell in my room, but then I remembered that I grew up in Atlanta, and I don't think I could justify spending $30 to make my room smell more like weed. I feel like I just will keep smoking weed in my room, and that kind of accomplishes the same kind of goal there. Significantly cheaper. Oh, I do a lot of weird shit for money. If you can imagine, a lot of odd jobs. Emphasis on the odd. My favorite one is I'm a professional Chewbacca sometimes.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, nice. He's excited. You call me for your birthday party. It's a variety of events that I do. I get booked for a variety of things. It varies from like children's birthday parties to like engagements. I walked a woman down the aisle one time because she doesn't have a father and really likes Chewbacca. So, you know, I was there for her on her most special day. Yeah, one of my favorite things to do, one of my least favorite things to do as Chewbacca, one of my favorite things to tell people about doing as Chewbacca is the frat parties, because those are wild. Mostly because I don't go alone to those. They send me and then one other guy who's in a costume. His name's Greg. He's like a 54-year-old local theater actor, and he's really just doing this to pay his bills, and they usually dress him as a minion. And I think they hire Greg as a human piñata, because poor Greg, they just rip the hairs off the costume and shove them in the eye holes and just like kick the shit out of Greg. I don't have any words to defend him because I can't break character. I can't ruin the magic for these fucking monsters. So I have to just be like, that's all I got. That's all I got. How do you tell someone stop beating this man unconscious? Like, he's a human, he breaks. In like Chewbacca language, I don't think you can. I don't think that's within the vocabulary. I gotta get real good at charades, I feel like, for next time, because fucking Greg, they think some candy's gonna come out or some shit. Just tears and blood sometimes. Poor Greg. Oh, another weird thing I do for not money, but just because I choose to do it. I work with a former Muppeteer. The dude who used to play Kermit the Frog. He's like this, his name's Steve Whitmire. Shout out to Steve Whitmire, who's out there somewhere. Our studio's around the corner actually, so you might be able to hear me from there, because this microphone's fucking loud. He and I work on a show that we do like these little sketches every month. And it's for this like internet troll character who's approximately the size of like exactly an 8-month-old child. I know that because we have to buy costumes for this child-sized puppet troll character, to the point where me and the 60-year-old man who come in and continually buy 8-month-old baby outfits from the Goodwill are no longer allowed at the Goodwill, because they don't know what we're doing with those, and I don't think it would make it better if we said that they're for a puppet. I think that I would be more concerned. How do you win there? You just go to a different Goodwill, I guess, until your welcome is no longer, you're not allowed to go there either. Just work your way around town. Do you guys ever have any memories of like thinking something as a kid that was just utterly ridiculous now that you like think back on it? Yeah? Okay, cool. Glad that I'm not the only imperfect child. So my thing was, I grew up with a Hindu friend who attended temple every Sunday, and I would always go over there on Sunday, and his mom, she always had some crazy reason why he couldn't come outside, like it's too cold, too hot. It would be, 65 degrees, sorry, too cold, like it's like a hostage negotiation, you're just kind of trying to get him outside. Every Sunday he was at temple. And I remember the first time she told me this, I had no reference for what temple was. I didn't know about religious institutions yet. So I referred to the only thing that I had ever heard the word temple used in, Discovery's exciting game show Legends of the Hidden Temple. And so I got very excited because I thought that my friend, every Sunday for the past year, had been competing on Legends of the Hidden Temple all day. And so every day I watched that show, not realizing that it had gone off air 5 years ago, but I watched every episode, and I was like, one of these days he's gonna show up and I'm gonna be so excited to see him. And then he invited me to a ceremony, and he didn't get a jet ski from Yamaha, he just got a little dot on his head. So I kind of learned, it's like, maybe not that temple, unfortunately. So my girlfriend had, I mentioned Goodwill. I still go to Goodwill, the ones that I'm allowed to go to. My girlfriend found something at a Goodwill that I think it was more of a curse than a blessing, to be honest. She found $1,400 in a shoe, just like straight cash in a shoe at Goodwill. And so now she is cursed to forever search every shoe in every Goodwill she enters. And she will never find any money ever again. So it's honestly like, that's a $1,400 curse, right? That you took the fucking gold out of the mummy's temple. Like you did it to yourself. It's really an inconvenience, because like shit, 45 minutes into her checking shoes, you want to go home. But you already got your things and you're ready to go out the door, and she's still fucking shaking them out, making sure there's no hidden compartments. She's got a whole like mindset about it now. All right, I'll do one more and then I'll hop on out of here. I've been really jealous of old people lately. Not like I'm 21 and I'm like, oh, everyone thinks that like everyone over 50 is old. Like not that kind of old, like octogenarian plus kind of old. The people like, once you get to that point in your life when you like don't give a shit about how you impact the world at all, and like you exist only for you after that point. I need more of that now. Like at what point in life do you get that? Because I apologize when people get my order wrong, and I need just a little bit of that fucking like, fuck you, I've lived long enough to do what I want energy. I realized this when I was straightening up in a parking garage. So I was like a little crooked, so I pull out forward, and I hear a whap on the hood of my car, and it's an older man, an older gentleman, 90 plus, and he fucking hit the hood of my car with his cane like a fucking Batman villain. And I just stopped, and then he just held his hand up at me as he like hobbled at the slowest speed I've ever seen a human being move, and then flicked me off as he went around the corner. So I need that. I need to be him now. Like, can I just have a little bit of that fuck you confidence? It's ridiculous. My grandpa is night blind, which is something I didn't really realize that night blind was like a particular diagnosis. Like, isn't everyone kind of blind when it's dark? Like, I can't see shit at night. But he likes to drive. He likes to drive so much. He lives in Montana at the top of a very windy mountain road, which is fun when he wants to drive home from dinner, and he will only pay for dinner if we let him drive home from dinner. And so it's basically letting a blind man drive you home. It's a real, we gotta toss it up every time. It's like, maybe not this time, maybe we'll just get our own dinner. Then we always end up caving. I'm in the trunk, where he's driving us down the mountain, hurtling in almost into the side rail every 15 to 20 minutes, which is always a fun time. So, you know, like, how did he arrive at that conclusion that, like, my need to drive, he knows that he's fucking up, because he goes, uh-oh, every time he fucking goes into the side rail. And he knows that he's putting us in danger, because there's a whole ass mountainside off that rail that he keeps almost hitting. And, you know, like, when did he decide, like, oh, I've lived enough for all of them, so we're going off if we're going off, you know? Like, it's just Tuesday, and I get to be in the back, because, you know, I can't fit in, like, the middle back, so I gotta be in the trunk, because there's no seats open, because we all pile into one very dangerous car. And I get to be, whenever we pull out of parking lots, I get to be the human backup camera. But he's also deaf, so I'm just back there like, you're crashing the car right now. The car is, you're running into something. You're running into, he never hears me. I don't do shit, but I feel like a hero, you know? It's a great feeling. All right, well, thank you guys so much. I'm Liam Nelson.
All right, everybody, give it up for Liam Nelson. Give it up for Liam Nelson. There we go. All right, everybody.